EV sales in an unstable, unpredictable global market, German luxury brand Audi is trying to claw its way back from a 30% drop in sales in the first quarter of the year.
Audi's really been struggling in the US. They're on track for the third consecutive year of double-digit sales losses. And I mean, that's hard to do in a market that has been up, if not level.
One of Germany's biggest car brands just lost 99% of its EV sales in a single year. Not 9%. Not 19%. 99%. Another one is no longer just cutting costs. It's now paying some of the very engineers who build its future to walk out the door. And the third one, the brand that's actually winning in America right now, just watched its stock crash to a multi-year low anyway. These are BMW, Audi, and Mercedes. For 50 years, these three names told the world you'd made it. So here's the question that should actually scare you. What happens to that meaning when the companies behind it are quietly falling apart? If you own one of these cars, or you're about to buy one, what happens over the next 5 years could affect a lot more than your monthly payment. It could affect what your car is worth, whether your dealer can still get you parts, and whether that warranty in your glove box is actually worth the paper it's printed on. Let's start at number 3, the weakest of the three. Number 3, Audi's EV sales didn't fall by 20%, or even 50%. One of its flagship electric models practically disappeared from the American market entirely. On paper, Audi shouldn't be the weak link here. This is the brand that gave American drivers Quattro all-wheel drive, that turned Vorsprung durch Technik into a genuine promise, the thinking person's alternative to BMW. Here's the problem no one at Audi's American headquarters wants to say out loud. In the first half of 2026, Audi sold just 67,916 vehicles in the United States. BMW sold 186,944. That's a 119,028 vehicle gap, and a year ago, it was 96,548. In 12 months, it got worse, not better. And here's the number that should genuinely alarm anyone eyeing an Audi EV. The Q4 Sportback e-tron is down 99% year over year. Audi sold just 8 of them in the first half of 2026. 8. Say that number again in your head, 8 cars, 6 months, 1 country. The standard Q4 e-tron is down 93%. The Q6 e-tron is down 87%. Why is this happening? 2 words, no factory. Audi has zero vehicle production in the United States, which means every car it sells here gets hit with a 25% tariff on top of the sticker price. BMW and Mercedes both build cars on American soil. Audi doesn't. When trade policy tightens, Audi has nowhere to hide. And it gets worse globally. Worldwide, Audi delivered a little over 1.6 million vehicles in 2025, a 3% decline. In China, once its most profitable market on earth, deliveries dropped 5%. Audi's own parent company has confirmed plans to cut 7,500 jobs in Germany by 2029. Much of it centered on Audi's own operations. So ask yourself the questions that actually matter in 5 years. What happens to resale value on a car built by a brand losing this much ground in its own core segment? What happens to dealer support when the parent company is cutting thousands of jobs out of the very division that's supposed to develop your car's next update? Those aren't hypothetical anymore. They're already showing up in the numbers. But Audi's story isn't even the most alarming one on this list. Number 2, Mercedes-Benz Mercedes is no longer just cutting costs. It's now paying some of the very people who build its future to walk out the door. Say the name and most Americans picture one thing, the 3-pointed star, sitting on the hood of something that says, I made it. Here's what should genuinely concern you. In the first quarter of 2026, Mercedes sales in China, its single biggest market on the planet, plunged 27%. Through the first half of the year, that's a 28% decline, down to just 210,200 vehicles. Globally, Mercedes delivered 837,200 vehicles in the first half of 2026, down 7%. And here's the part that should stop you cold. Mercedes layoffs aren't hitting just administrative staff anymore. The company has expanded personnel cuts into core research and development and manufacturing. The actual engineers designing the cars, offering departure packages as generous as 9 months extra pay to get people out the door. When a company pays its own engineers to leave, that's not cost management. That's survival mode. The financial picture backs this up. In 2024, Mercedes' net profit fell 28% to 10.4 billion euros. CEO Ola Kalinius said the company needed to become, in his own words, leaner, faster, and stronger. In some recent quarters, Mercedes' core passenger car margin has reportedly sat as low as 4.1%. So if you're leasing or financing a Mercedes right now, ask yourself this: what happens to warranty support when a company is offering 9 months of severance to get its own engineers to leave? What happens to the next software update your car depends on, when the team that builds it is being paid to disappear? And yet, even this isn't the most dangerous story here. Save the biggest twist for last, because the most alarming story of all belongs to the brand that's actually winning. Number 1. BMW. BMW looks like the winner of this entire story. That's exactly why it's the most dangerous one in this video. BMW has been the best-selling luxury brand in the United States for 6 consecutive years. Sales up 4.7% in the first half of 2026. Deliveries up 13% in Q2 alone. So why is BMW on this list at all? Because winning in America isn't the same as winning everywhere. In June 2026, BMW slashed its full-year profit guidance and cut its automotive division margin forecast down to just 1% to 3%. That sent BMW's stock tumbling to its lowest level in over 5 years.
Let that sink in.
BMW's China sales have now declined for 3 straight years, down 20.4% in the first half of 2026 alone. BMW sold a record 847,900 vehicles in China back in 2021. It's now on pace for barely 500,000. BMW has already confirmed it's discontinuing certain domestically produced EV models in China because the demand simply isn't there. Here's why this matters more than the other 2 stories combined. If the strongest brand of the 3 can't escape a 5-year stock low, that tells you this isn't a BMW problem, or an Audi problem, or a Mercedes problem. It's a German auto industry problem, and every single one of these 3 logos is caught inside it. So even if you're the one BMW owner watching this feeling smug right now, ask yourself what happens to your resale value, your dealer's service investment, and BMW's own EV roadmap if the parent company keeps missing profit targets. Winning in America doesn't mean immune. It just means the crack hasn't reached your driveway yet. And that's what makes BMW the scariest story in this entire video. Because collapsing brands are easy to spot. The dangerous ones are the brands that still look healthy. So here's the question I've been circling this entire video. Why is this happening to all 3 of these companies at exactly the same time? Because this isn't 3 separate stories. It's one story wearing 3 different badges. For 50 years, Americans bought German cars because owning one meant something: precision, status, arrival. Today, all 3 of these brands are fighting 3 wars at once. A Chinese EV competitor that's not just cheaper but genuinely better on technology, a home market in China that's collapsing under them, and a global business model built for a world that simply doesn't exist anymore. You're not watching 3 companies have a rough year. You're watching an entire industry that defined an era quietly lose its grip.
The first force is China.
As recently as 2020, German and other non-Chinese brands controlled 57% of the Chinese auto market combined. By 2025, that share had fallen to just 32%. BYD and Chery have now surpassed a 10% combined market share in Europe, the exact market German brands used to consider home turf. The second force is cost structure. Volkswagen is negotiating the most radical restructuring in its 89-year history, up to 100,000 job cuts worldwide. CEO Oliver Blume told shareholders point-blank, the business model of past decades no longer works. And this isn't just a Volkswagen problem. BMW and Mercedes are cutting jobs across their own German operations too, for the exact same reasons. Squeeze those 2 forces together and you get exactly what we just walked through. Audi losing its own core EV lineup. Mercedes cutting into its own engineering department. And even BMW, the brand winning in America, watching its stock hit a 5-year low anyway. So if you're standing in a showroom right now, about to sign for a BMW, an Audi or a Mercedes, here are 3 things worth more than anything on the spec sheet. First, check where the car is actually built. Audi's total lack of US manufacturing is directly costing it market share and exposing every buyer to tariff-driven price swings. BMW and Mercedes both build cars domestically, Spartanburg, South Carolina and Tuscaloosa, Alabama, which insulates buyers somewhat. Second, watch the brand's global financial health, not just American sales numbers. BMW proves strong US sales don't protect you from a struggling parent company. Third, be realistic about EV resale value specifically. A lineup that's lost the vast majority of its buyers in a single year tends to hit resale value even harder than it hits new sales.
3 legendary names.
3 separate crises, born from the exact same 2 forces. All 3 still sitting on dealer lots across America right now, being sold like nothing back home is happening at all. So tell me in the comments, which of these 3 surprised you the most? Are you driving a BMW, an Audi or a Mercedes right now, And have you noticed anything changing? Service, resale offers, dealer attitude? Your experience in the comments could be exactly the warning that helps somebody else watching decide what to do before they sign. And if this opened your eyes, send it to anyone you know who's shopping for a German luxury car right now. Hit that like button, subscribe, and I'll keep digging into the stories about your car and your money that nobody else is telling you.